Life is funny, isn't it? You meet someone through a friend and they tell you, out of everyone, she only really likes you. You just kind of laugh it off, but then that one connection spirals into a journey you never could have predicted. For me, that journey started with a Thai family visiting Dubai. It all began on October 21st. A message popped up on my phone. Can we meet at 2 p.m.? A simple request. I was to take the kids, a boy and two girls, to the Dubai aquarium. I love kids, so I was happy to do it. But at the aquarium, I could tell they were a bit bored. They needed something more exciting. So I thought the Dubai ice rink. But as luck would have it, our timing was off. We had to get back to meet their parents. The next day, they wanted to go to the Atlantis water park, but I was swamped with paperwork. Life happens. The day after, the plan was Global Village. Now, this was a bigger operation. The family needed 3 buggy carts to get around comfortably, so I made sure to arrange everything for them. Then it was a movie and dinner for the kids. I was becoming their go-to Dubai guide, and I honestly enjoyed it. A few months passed. In January, the mother of the family returned, this time just with her husband. She messaged me from her hotel, asking if I could bring her something. The next day, it was back to Global Village. I met them at the entrance, tickets, and a buggy cart ready to go. The next request was a bit trickier, a VIP tour of the Grand Mosque. I had to explain that this was reserved for government officials. It wasn't something you could just buy a ticket for. This is where I messed up. It was all very last minute, and I couldn't pull off the impossible. She got angry, and I felt terrible. I felt like I completely failed. I was prepared for the consequences, even if it meant paying for the tour guide out of my own pocket. I just had to make it right. Then, in June, she came back, but this time she was alone, and everything felt different. She asked me to meet her at the airport. While she was still on the plane, she messaged me asking for medicine. Anyone who knows Dubai knows that's not easy. You need a doctor's prescription for almost everything. This visit was longer, and we met almost every day. I was there to assist her, but it became more than that. I started to learn about her, to understand who she really was. I felt this strange connection and ability to sense her emotions, to understand her attitude even when she didn't say a word. It was like I could see into her heart. On the 12th of July, she was scheduled to fly home. She messaged me, saying her emotions were overwhelming her, that she wasn't feeling good. My mind raced. Her flight was soon. What could I do to help her find peace so she could travel calmly? In a daze, I walked over to the mall's food court and sat down. My hands just started moving on their own. I placed my phone on the table and did something. Well, something I can only describe as magical. I'd never done it before. I closed my eyes and pictured a string of golden white, sending it from my heart directly to hers. I saw it clearly, imagined it absorbing all her negative energy and pulling it into me. The feeling was incredibly intense, a wave of emotion that I physically let out in a burp and a yawn. And just like that, it was gone. I sensed she was okay. I sent her a message just to check. She replied later, once she was safely on board the plane. That's when I understood. She's an empath. She feels everything so deeply, but she struggles to control the emotional echoes of her past. I realized then that I have a capacity to heal, but it's not something I can force on anyone. Healing requires an open heart. If someone doesn't want to be healed, if their heart isn't open to receiving it, there's nothing you can do. The heart has to grant permission. By the end of July, she started asking me to make videos whenever we went out to eat. This simple request reawakened something in me. My mind became sharper, more focused on the details of my experiences, weaving them into stories. It was like a forgotten passion for video and photography had been reignited. I found myself talking to myself, listening to my heart, and letting my mind create. Through her, I discovered a magic within myself I never knew existed, and it just makes me laugh. The closer we became, the more our hearts seemed to communicate without words. It wasn't just me building a good relationship. It was my inner being connecting with hers. Sometimes I'd look into her eyes, and the message was so clear, a silent conversation between our hearts. I felt this overwhelming sense that I was meant to take care of her, to protect her. When I saw things heading in a wrong direction for her, I felt compelled to gently nudge things back on track, to steer her away from trouble. I would wait for her to ask for advice, but my heart would already be speaking to her heart, preparing the right words for when she needed them. She even confessed to me about her first love and the heartbreak that still lingered. I understood that pain. I saw how a broken heart affected my own parents, how it cast a long shadow over their lives. I hope that one day she'll see that her own heartbreak could be her mission, a key to helping others heal from the same kind of pain. If she can overcome it, she will flourish into such a magnificent being. I can see her fighting spirit. But as long as she carries that wound, it will create a weakness. Healing has to come from within. She has to be the one to stand tall and command her heart to heal, so her subconscious mind can follow. It's fascinating. I feel like I'm being shown things I can't possibly describe in words, things that place me right by her side as a protector. I don't fully understand it myself. I just know what I see in my mind's eye. Her heart sometimes seems to be in trouble, and I find myself observing, trying to understand the reason why. It's simple, really. We become weak when our emotions dominate us, when the heart's strong feelings give the subconscious mind too much control. There's so much to learn about ourselves, about the beauty of our inner worlds. Meeting her has been a profound lesson in how to communicate with that world. There are things I've learned, things I've seen, that I will keep as a secret between us. The mark of sealed with a kiss that the universe will help her, just as she has helped me. She helped awaken a part of me I didn't know was sleeping. Thank you for listening to my story. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more journeys of the heart.